Whether investing in coins, antiques, or high-end wines, a good investment is a wise investor. They have the ability to spot forgeries and losers. They buy high-quality items at cheap prices, but only specialize in a few. A good investor makes decisions based on logic rather than emotion. If you want to invest in unique objects, there are a few things to consider. First and foremost, establish yourself as an expert. Request advice from other dealers and collectors, and then purchase the best you can afford. Invest in a piece with a history. Also, get in the habit of understanding when and where to sell. So, in today's video, we'll look at some assets that look like liabilities, but are actually bargains. The first investment is exclusive real estate. When people talk about exclusive real estate, they're referring to buildings that don't come on the market on a regular basis. These properties can range from palaces to historic structures. Wealthy investors are content as long as their investment preserves its worth. When this type of property becomes available, it is sure to generate a lot of interest. Purchasing a 17th century cottage, for example, is a unique real estate transaction that does not have to be costly. The second investment is rental properties. Renting out property looks to be a simple process. Simply buy a house or apartment complex and rent out the room for a little charge to renters. Rental checks come in like gangbusters while you see pina coladas and make passive income each month with a rental property. So, while I'm sure you think this is amazing, it's also a massive simplification. In fact, renting out a home is not as simple as you may imagine. That's because you're responsible for all parts of the building you're renting out as the owner. Repairs, maintenance, and tracking down renters who don't pay their rent are all part of the job. And if your tenants don't pay on time, you'll need a lot of patience. So, we know you can earn money by renting out your property, but you can also make money by renting out a spare room in your home rather than acquiring a separate apartment unit on sites like Airbnb. So, create an account on a platform and begin taking advantage of short-term rentals. You'll still have to deal with some of the hassles of property management, but you'll be able to use assets you already have, such as that spare room you never use. The third investment is fine arts. The majority of wealthy investors do not purchase beautiful art because they adore it. They understand how valuable it is. Someone will always want to buy fine work, and those who do will recognize its worth. They aren't trying to haggle over every penny, so this is a good investment. Fine art can be stored in the asset box while its value increases over time. Indeed, some wealthy individuals have gathered sufficient great art to open private galleries or lease their artworks to well-known galleries. The fourth investment is collectible coins. How much is a penny worth? If it's a 1943 bronze Lincoln penny, it's worth $1.7 million. In September 2010, a southern businessman bought that much for the coin at auction. The penny is so costly because the United States Mint in Denver made it in bronze rather than zinc by mistake. The government needed copper, the metal of choice for pennies, for the war effort during World War II. However, there are a few things to consider before opening the piggy bank or searching behind the couch for loose coins. Numismatists, often known as coin collectors, look for rare coins in good condition, whether they are new or old. Be cautious. When it comes to coins, some dealers will commonly say that something is rare when it is not. According to the American Numismatic Association, price guidelines are critical. You'll end up spending more than the currency's worth if you don't take the time to educate yourself. Buying from the United States Mint, a number of commemorative coin sets have been made by the government, and practically all of them have gained in value. So I'd like you to assist me in some way. This video is currently being paused. Also, please help me out by clicking the like button. If you did, congratulations and thank you for your support. The fifth investment is gold. For the wealthy, gold has long been a safe refuge. Gold retains a large amount of value even when paper currency is weak. Therefore, it makes sense. The wealthy have consistently survived by simply purchasing massive quantities of this prized metal, as history has repeatedly proved. The good news is that gold comes in a variety of forms. If a person merely has a small amount of money, they may choose to buy coins if they have a large sum of money to invest. Those with a lot of money can buy bars in Switzerland and keep them. The wealthiest in the United States do not maintain large amounts of gold. According to current legislation, the US government has the right to raid and take gold-containing safes in times of crisis, making it one of only a few countries in the world with this capacity. It happened before under Franklin D. Roosevelt, during a period of economic distress. This is why the wealthy make a concerted effort to maintain a significant amount of their assets offshore. The sixth investment is precious metals that are usable. Gold is valuable since it is affordable and never goes out of style. The wealthy, on the other hand, are increasingly turning to their precious metals. Titanium and platinum, for example, are used in a wide range of products, making them important to businesses and governments around the world. These precious metals, while not as popular as gold as an investment, have practical purposes. It's no surprise that they're becoming increasingly popular among wealthy investors. The seventh investment is crypto assets. Crypto assets include cryptocurrencies, blockchain businesses, cryptocurrency funds, and initial coin offerings. In recent years, certain crypto assets have grabbed the interest of investors and the financial media. These goods are deemed high risk due to their speculative nature. Many people use the term cryptocurrencies to refer to crypto assets. However, while many crypto assets are digital media of exchange and hence act similarly to currencies, not every cryptocurrency is a digital medium of exchange. Instead, it could be a crypto asset with extra features. So, what exactly are the risks? Crypto assets come with a variety of common and unique risks depending on the asset. There are risks linked with liquidity, security, and volatility in general. Some cryptocurrencies do not have a secondary market, making it impossible to sell or track your holdings. Crypto asset exchanges and trading platforms that are not regulated are common. These trading platforms and exchanges may lack important investor protections, such as secure client money management, asset storage, and personal information security. Market manipulation and other undesirable practices are protected by pre-trade disclosures and protections. The crypto asset business is constantly changing and values can vary without warning or information conveyed to investors because this type of investment is digital in nature. It operates on a global scale, making it difficult for investors to receive proper information, communicate with the issuer, or seek help from a securities regulator. There is no such thing as a guaranteed return on investment in Bitcoin or any other asset. Keep in mind that you could lose your entire investment. The eighth investment is peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending is a new way of making money. When someone wants to borrow money through peer-to-peer lending, you and other lenders operate as a bank. Like a bank loan, the borrower must repay the principal plus interest. You might be wondering why someone wouldn't just go to a bank and borrow money. A number of reasons have contributed to this. However, the borrower may have a low credit score in many cases. Thus, borrowing money from banks may be excessively expensive. It's critical to keep in mind that as a result, peer-to-peer lending can be extremely risky. This could be a great alternative if you have a high risk tolerance. But if you want more security, you should look into other options first. Popular peer-to-peer lending websites include Sophie and Lending Club. The ninth investment is classic automobiles. Both entertainers Jay Leno and Jerry Seinfeld share a fascination for old cars. Their holdings are valued in the millions of dollars. As a result, automobiles are not wise investments in general. Classic cars, on the other hand, are one of a kind. A car's value is heavily influenced by its scarcity. A typical 1967 Mustang, for example, may be purchased for a few $1,000s, but a considerably rarer 1969 Shelby can be purchased for $185,000. Vintage autos, according to experts, have outperformed markets in recent years. Trying to determine the value of an antique car isn't an exact science. Cars with high initial values, such as a Ferrari and Rolls-Royce, appreciate more than cars with low initial values. Furthermore, the more original parts a car has, the higher its value. Repairing and refinishing the car in its original factory color and repairing body damage will boost its worth. The 10th investment is toys. Toy purchases are not for the faint of heart. Many people buy games, dolls, and other toys for nostalgic reasons. Older toys never seem to lose their appeal. Margaret Steve's stuffed bears, for example, are the creme de la creme of the plush world. A 16-inch stuffed cinnamon bear from around 1905 can bring up to $10,000. It's crucial to keep in mind that what's trendy today might not be trendy tomorrow. Think of Beanie Babies. Keep up with the latest news. Look for bargains in antique shops, flea markets, and tag sales. When you find a toy, keep it in its original box or container since the condition is important. Chipped, broken, or used toys are less valuable than identical toys in perfect condition. Attend auctions to familiarize yourself with your market. Finally, refrain from playing with your toys. Keep them safe from harm. The 11th investment is comic books. Let's hope your comic books didn't end up in the same trash as your baseball cards. Let's hope there wasn't a Superman #1 in the mix if your mother did. If there had been, you may have been a millionaire. In March 2010, a mint edition of Action Comics #1, which included Superman's first appearance, sold at an auction for $1.5 million. The comic was in fantastic shape. It had been hidden for 50 years inside a movie magazine. What makes comic books such a good investment? Previously, children would read comic books and either throw them away or share them with a friend. Only a handful of people made it. With the passage of time, people began to place a monetary value on comics. The comic book market is heavily influenced by condition and scarcity. A comic book's value is reduced by missing pages, loose centerfolds, and other faults, as well as poor page quality. Comic books with major stories and those with the first appearance of a popular character are pricey. Whatever combination of income-producing assets you choose, remember that there are many ways to succeed in investing. It's not about picking the best assets in this game, it's about picking the ones that will help you win best for you and your circumstances. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that two rational people can have completely different investment strategies and still be correct. As a result, I wish you the best of luck in your financial endeavors and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below what you would love to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.